All right, everyone. Hello. This is a quick update on the 1994 to 96 Pontiac Grand Prix B4U front grills. And right in front of us, we have the final product, but let me show you real quick what I've been working on for the last 6 months. So we have 4 sets here that I had printed and tested, all different types of resins, all types of strengths. The top 2 were ASA. The third was ASA with carbon fiber. The fourth was TPU. And the final, I went and used a newer product called PEBA. And I'll get into that shortly here. Let me just show you a little bit more about these grills. So these are the original OEM grills that I scanned off of. These are the factory grills that came in 1994. And one thing I did change was, one thing always bothered me on the driver's side of these had a filled honeycomb. And for some reason, someone put a screw through there, which wasn't me. That's how I purchased them. But it always had a filled honeycomb on the driver's side, but was not on the passenger side. And always aesthetically bothered me. It's just something I don't know why they did. If you know, you could let me know. But something always bothered me just from the looks of it. So what I did was I went ahead and I matched the same honeycomb for both sides. Now, ideally, I would have liked to just get rid of the honeycomb, but every time I scanned the driver's side, there was no way for me to have the scan without that filled honeycomb. So the next best thing I could do symmetrically was just add it to the other one. So that's what I went ahead and did. So again, getting into the properties of the plastics, the ASA, again, like I said, scanned well, but very brittle. Very brittle. You can see the tabs broke going into the front bumper. And again, I'm using a new old stock front bumper from a member, Brad Malloy. Thank you very much, sir. Appreciate it. The tabs wouldn't even flex to go into the front bumper. So had to move on to the carbon fiber, try to get a little bit more flexible, structure out of it. Worked well, but still too hard for what we were looking for. Now the TPU is a very flexible, very light, but not as rigid. You can see way more flexible, but not as rigid. So coming across this PEBA, the best way to describe the PEBA is rubber. It has a very rubber-like quality to it. And let me show you real quick. So try doing this with your 30-year-old plastic grills. Not happening. They would snap. So, what worked great with these PEBAs is they curved very well to the front nose of the bumper because, as you can tell, the front bumper has a very round curvature to the nose. So let me bring one of these PEBAs over and show you another thing. So, you guys can hear the different sounds in the hardness of the plastic. So this is the ASA. Very hard. This is the OEM. Let's just start with this, but has a very more damp sound to it. Not as hard. Here's the ASA again. Almost like a baseball bat, if you will. Now, here's the ASA with carbon fiber. Not as loud, but still wasn't as better. Here's the TPU. Now, here is the PEBA. And just to show you, look at that. That's the PEBA. Here's the ASA that I started with. Broke, right? So that's what I'm talking about. The PEBA is very, very durable. And it's super nice as well looking. Has a very nice black to it. Some of the qualities as well is the cold temperature tolerance is -40 degrees Fahrenheit, while the hot is over 200 degrees Fahrenheit. It has a shore hardness of 90A, so all things recommended for automotive. That's kind of the goal here. Is I was looking for a automotive suggested resin. So again, here's the ASA, or I'm sorry, there's the PEBA, and here are the other types. So very happy, very excited to finish this long road of testing, printing. So stay tuned, guys, and yeah, I'm excited.